What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TEW Confrontational. My name is Ty Workentine, here with my little brother Evan Workentine.
What up?
And then back at you with episode number 50 of TEW Confrontational, half a century mile marker. So we got that
Yes,
down.
sir.
So hell yeah on that.
Yeah,
Um,
cheers to that, baby.
Hell
Cheers to
yeah, hell
that.
yeah. And then yeah, we also wrapped up the divisional round last week, which was pretty exciting stuff. A lot of good games, or I guess four games, and for the majority part, most of them were pretty good. Um,
hmm
but yeah, we had starting off on Saturday, we had the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Probably one of the games that wasn't close at all, 24-30 or 34-10 for the
hmm
Baltimore Ravens. And yeah, Ravens looked pretty handled this one pretty handedly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, like I've mentioned, going back to even I think week 8 or 9, just I think they're the team to beat. I bet on them every week. Um, yeah, and Lamar deserves I think he deserves the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, the MVP. He's a front runner I think this year to win MVP.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
so I just think they're the team to beat, and unfortunate for CJ, but I mean to make it that far for a
as
rookie
a yeah.
is very impressive. But yeah, the Ravens are a team to beat. Their defense is stellar. Their offense is even better. And Mark Andrews didn't even play. So I mean, look, he's probably going to make it back for this game. Biggest game. Obviously, you win, you make it to the big game. So yeah, good game. They kind of whooped their ass. I mean, you don't really
Yeah,
expect that score for a playoff game, but
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, they were moving the ball up and down the field. Yeah, excited for to see Mark Andrews back out on the turf if he's able to play and everything like that. Yeah, especially leading up to the game, divisional semifinals heading into the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, CJ Stroud only 175 yards, didn't throw a touchdown or anything. Um, yeah, I don't think they had any offensive touchdowns, to be honest with you. So yeah, it was a punt return. Yeah, for
hmm
second quarter or whatever, end of the first half. Yeah, punt return.
yeah.
So yeah, defense, offense, and defense for Baltimore looks stellar. So yeah, this one was kind of a show showing out for the Ravens, and then they got the Chiefs next week. So that's going to be a tough battle.
hmm
Lamar's tweeted said in post conference games that it doesn't like playing against Patrick Mahomes. So,
No, no.
but yeah, no one likes playing against Patrick. But we'll see what happens come this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And then yeah, the Saturday night game, the heartbreaker for all Packers fans around, heading to San Francisco and losing by 3 points, 24-21. 49ers advanced to the division or the conference championship. Um, yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, I'll start off by saying we had that game. Just going into the third quarter, even towards the end of the third quarter, it looked like that we were gonna, we dominated that entire game. Besides that fourth quarter, um, but I gotta say, we didn't expect this. I mean, we thought we'd probably get blown out, or even just making it as far was a huge success for a young quarterback like Jordan Love. But yeah, I don't know. I think that miss kick by Anders Carlson really affects you. Obviously, because you lose by 3 points,
Yeah.
24-21.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but our defense played pretty good. Jordan Love had another decent game. I know he threw the first pick he threw was very made a huge difference. The second throw, you just try to force something because
Towards the end of
after
the game.
after your kicker misses a field goal like that, you can't you have that mindset where like, hey, I have to score here because I'm not going to put the game in my kicker's hands after he's already missed a field goal. So he forced one.
It was
Um,
a cross body, cross field type of throw on the run and
yeah,
everything,
he
but
definitely, and it was on first down too. Dumb decision, but he wanted to get that ball in the end zone. But other than that, overall, very impressed with the Packers. I think they had a phenomenal season, and it's all pretty much just looking up from here. I think next year is going to be a stellar team.
yeah.
And then obviously big news out of the Packers. I think every Packers fan around is pretty excited that we finally did fire Joe Barry. So I think every Packers fan is probably cheering right now, even though even during the playoffs and even towards the end of the season, he had a great year. Defense stepped up to the plate when they needed him the most.
Yeah.
But he's gone now, and now we get a new defense coordinator. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm super excited for the future for this young Packers team for sure.
Yeah, silver lining is yeah, one of the youngest teams in
Yeah,
NFL.
youngest team in the NFL, and then also the youngest team to ever make the playoffs.
Yeah, right. So I mean, that's always positive looking forward. And then yeah, getting rid of Joe Barry. Even though defense did step up at that towards the second half of the season or last couple of games when that mattered the most, like you said. Um, yeah, it was a heartbreaker. I did think Packers were going to win that one.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you have the honestly statistically the worst kicker in the NFL, it hurts, especially
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, and then the fact of that is right after I think 2 days after the game, they picked up a kicker that was drafted last year, I believe. He was a six
Hmm.
rounder, so now Anders Carlson has some competition. So yeah, he played terrible all year. Like you said, most kicks in that, most field goals missed in the NFL, and he just showed it again why you can't bring the game down to him, obviously, because he can't make a kick for his life when it actually matters.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I thought the Packers had it, especially yeah, held the 49ers. So when going down, they had a blocked field goal, they missed a field goal. And then yeah, held them to 7 points first half. And you guys had two field goals by
Hmm.
Anders Carlson to make it 7-6. And then yeah, third quarter, 15 points in the third quarter. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
yeah, and then yeah, late touchdown by Christian McCaffrey puts him on top. So
Yep, and you got to give kudos to our offensive line there too, because obviously 49ers have one of the best defenses in the NFL, best D line in the NFL,
yeah.
and we held up pretty good. Jordan Love was protected for the most part, besides throwing those two picks.
Yeah, he wasn't
Um,
sacked at all.
I only
Didn't
think
zero
I think he only
sacks.
threw for 175 yards, which was on the low end for the streak that he was on.
Uh,
But
Close to 200, 194.
yeah, okay, yeah, but
Yeah, and then 2 and 2. Yeah.
and then yeah, I mean Aaron Jones. Hopefully he sticks around for a while. I think he is under contract, but had another 100-yard game. I think this is his fourth or fifth 100-yard game in a row.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you can tell when Aaron Jones does play, he makes a huge difference.
Yeah, 100%. And the young wide receivers like Dobbs, this is his second year, going to be his third. And he had, yeah, Jaden Reed, this is his first year. Luke Musgrave, second year. Christian
Yeah,
Watson, second year.
Tucker
Yeah,
Kraft's first
first
year.
year, right? Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you got a lot of talent on the wide receiver room and quarterback. I mean, and don't forget, I mean, you still have. I mean, I know he's not didn't play well this season, but you still have your backup running back.
AJ Dillon, yeah, he is going to be a free agent this year, so I'm not sure if we'll
Yeah,
hold on to him or not, just because the year he had a few good games, but didn't play well when Aaron Jones was out. But I guess we'll find out. I mean, we still got two more games. I mean, we obviously have this weekend, and then we have one big game, so 3 games left this year. So we'll start talking, free agency when the time comes. But let's get into that third game.
yeah. Sunday, you had the first game of the Sunday slate. You had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Detroit, and Baker Mayfield had facing up against Jared Goff, and Lions get this one. Yeah, had this one in the bag pretty much the whole time there. It was a pretty good game, kind of back and forth the whole time, but Lions kind of prevailed there and win 31-23 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to advance to the NFC conference
Hmm.
matchup.
Yeah, good game overall. Yeah, I thought the Bucks were going to win. I thought Baker had it in him to make it, but he will get probably a huge contract
Yeah,
coming
100%.
up. He'll be the Buck starter for a while, I think. But yeah, Jared Goff, pretty Detroit fans got to be ecstatic. I mean, this is the first time they made the NFC
This far,
Championship
yeah,
in I don't know how many years, 20, 30 years,
30
got to
plus,
be.
yeah.
So yeah, good for them. I don't have much to say. It was a good overall game, and yeah, won by 7 points, 31-23. So congrats to the Lions fans, and Baker will be back for sure. I think that Bucks team is pretty good as long as they can keep, hold on to Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Um, I think they'll be back.
Yeah, 100%. Mike Evans balled out, went for 150, and yeah, Baker threw for 350. Wasn't really much run game. That Lions defensive line is pretty stout. Um, but yeah, two interceptions by Baker definitely was probably the deciding factor in this one. Got to take care of the ball, especially in big games. But yeah, Jared Goff almost damn near perfect. I mean, 30 for 43, but 287 yards and two touchdowns, zero turnovers. So
Hmm.
that always helps. And yeah, Jameer Gibbs looks explosive. He's
Yep.
going to be a good running back in the future for sure. Amara St. Brown did his thing, scoring a touchdown. Yeah, just a good overall game. I'm excited for next week because yeah, you got the 49ers. That's going to be a good matchup. But then you have the Ravens and the Chiefs. which is going to be a good matchup. But yeah, Chiefs heading into Buffalo last weekend to face the Buffalo Bills. Um, yeah, got the revenge that they were looking for from the last time they faced up. And yeah, Kansas City gets this one on the road 27-24 over the Buffalo Bills. So they advanced to the AFC Conference Championship for like the sixth straight year in a row ever since
Hmm.
Patrick Mahomes has been there. So
Yeah.
pretty remarkable. But
Yeah. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey. It's playing football.
yep.
Yeah, that's a match made in heaven for Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelsey in the playoffs. So, but yeah, another heartbreaker for Bills fans. The Bills football team in general. One thing I do have to say about that game is it's not on Josh Allen. I know we were watching that, and that I think he threw about a 60-yard ball to Stephon Diggs right in the breadbasket, and it went through his hands. That's all on Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen put it where it needed to be. Um, and I like Stephon Diggs, but if you're gonna talk that talk, you gotta walk that walk, and in those big moments, you have to catch the ball. That
Right.
makes it a way different game. Obviously, they lost by 3, so yeah. And I think I didn't know the Chiefs were gonna make it, but just Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, you knew they'd get when they had that rough patch towards the end of the season. You knew they would put it together and end up making the NFC or AFC Championship and probably gonna make the Super Bowl. I would say.
Yeah, it's tough to bet against Patrick Mahomes for sure. Yeah, especially in January when it's playoff football. Yeah, he's done it ever since he's been in the NFL, making it to six consecutive AFC conference games, and yeah, gonna make it what 3, 4 Super Bowls now. If he makes it to the
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl and
I
wins it, so I mean,
I think this would be their third, I believe, third or
yeah,
fourth. Yeah, yeah, I think third.
just a dynasty that they're building over there in KC with Andy Reid and everything. But yeah, that was an exciting game to end the divisional round of the playoffs and everything. But yeah, now we're down to the final 4 teams and onto the conference championships and everything like that. Um, yeah, we'll go over the picks. I went 3-1 last divisional round. I had the Ravens, Chiefs. I did pick the Packers, and then I had the Lions. Yeah, that Packer game was a heartbreaker. But then yeah, you went 2-2. You had the Ravens, the Bills, the Packers, and the Bucks. So you went 1-3, 1-3. Because
No, I had Ravens, Packers, Bucks, and Chiefs, and I got the Chiefs and Ravens that won.
oh, okay. You didn't pick the Bills. I thought you had the
Nope, I went.
Bills.
I went in again. Yeah, I got it right here. I went
Yeah.
again. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see it, but yeah,
No,
you can see it.
I get what you're saying though. But yeah,
But
so 2-2. So yeah,
yeah.
that
So
puts me at 7-3 and you at 6-4. So one
yep,
game behind. And
yep.
there's not really any games. So yeah, if we get close to the tie, we're gonna have to like weigh the championship game if it gets close. But
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
see
probably
what.
end up doing if we're tied at like going into the Super Bowl. We'll probably do have to do points or
Mhm.
score. Yeah.
Yeah, just to get
Um,
a tiebreaker or something like that. But
yeah.
yeah, so matchups for this weekend, we got 2 Sunday games, 2 o'clock and 5:30. We got the Kansas City Chiefs heading to Baltimore in the Birdcage to face the Baltimore Ravens. So this one's going to be a fun matchup. Um, both games are going to be incredible matchups, but I'm excited for this one. Right now, as of Thursday night, Baltimore has a 4 point spread over the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. Yeah, this one's gonna be a close game. I think that 4 is a little high. I was thinking it's gonna be like 1.5 or something like
Hmm.
that. But
Yeah.
yeah, who do you got in this one? Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Baltimore to face the Ravens in the AFC Championship in the Birdcage. Baltimore has a 4 point spread in this one.
Yeah. I picked the Ravens like I mentioned. Since week 8 or 9, and kind of rode them out. They've won every game for me since then. So it's tough. I mean, obviously you got to add in if Mark Andrews does play, which I do think. I think he has a high chance of playing.
Yeah,
He's a huge factor, big target. And the Chiefs, though, I mean, like I said, Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl or even in the AFC Championship. I mean, that's a match made in heaven. He's always performed. I don't think he's lost to. He had
yeah,
obviously. I think he,
Joe Burrow.
but yeah, but he's had a pretty good record in these games. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Ravens here. As much as I like, Travis Kelsey, and Patty Mahomes, I got to go with the Ravens at home. And I know that the weather's not going to be a factor because they both know how to play in the cold. I got to stick with the Chiefs. I've been riding them this long, and they've let me down, so I got to go with the Chiefs. But I do think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
I hope.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
no, yeah, you hope what?
Yeah, I just hope it's a high scoring game. I hope it's a shootout. I don't
Yeah,
want to see it. I don't want to see a slow defensive game. Um, and I think anybody would say that they want to see fun games, a lot of points, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, but I got to go with the Ravens. As much as I do kind of want to pick the Chiefs, I got to go with my gut, and I'm going to go Ravens here.
yeah. I think yeah, it's hard to bet against the Ravens, but yeah, hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. And both defenses have stepped up when they need. Ravens have been stout all year, but Chiefs were a little lackadaisical in the opening games. But then when they got Chris Jones back, they've really stepped it up with Snead and everybody like that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going against Patrick Mahomes in January or Andy Reid in January. Both know how to win. Ravens not too good in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson. There's a lot of talk around Lamar Jackson in these games, not performing as well as he could. And I don't know if Houston was necessarily a really a test or uh, really a matchup for the Ravens, but I think the
Right.
Kansas City Chiefs matchup better than the Ravens did against this Ravens, or better against than the Texans did against this Ravens defense. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kansas City Chiefs. I know that Andy Reid's drawn up stuff for Travis Kelce to get open, Rashid Rice to get open. Marquez Valdez Scantling had a couple of nice catches
Yeah, I
in,
mean,
in that Bills
yeah,
game. So yeah, not betting against Patrick Mahomes. I'm going Kansas City in this one over
yeah.
the
I mean,
Ravens.
and I think that's gonna be the most exciting game. I think that's gonna be a good game. And that's the 2 o'clock game.
That's the
What time is
early
that game
one,
at?
yeah. 2 o'clock on Sunday
Yeah,
on
I don't know
CBS.
why they. I don't know why they have that game,
I
the early
mean,
game,
the
but
that 5:30 gets done at like 9 o'clock. It
mhm.
people, I mean, some people don't like staying up till like 10:30 to watch the games. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? If they start
yeah,
at 7:30, but yeah, I mean the 5:30 game. I mean, I don't mind it, but yeah, I do like. I mean, it's a full day of going to the bar and drinking if you watch the games at the bar, I guess. But
hmm
yeah, Kansas City over the. I have Kansas City over the Baltimore Ravens in this one. I think Patrick Mahomes is gonna prove all the naysayers and prove the naysayers wrong. Let a naysayer
yeah,
know.
absolutely.
But yeah, and then the 5:30 game, you have the Detroit Lions traveling to Santa Clara, California to take on the San Francisco 49ers here. Um, yeah, this one's going to be a good matchup too. The Lions, the heart that they have, Jared Goff, not too great on the road. But yeah, when it comes down to it, does he have it in him to beat Brock Purdy in this this high rolling offense that of San Francisco?
Yeah, I think man, are bringing a loud crowd. There's gonna be a lot of Lions fans there, hopefully. But I don't think they can. I'm just going off of like I know the 49ers started off slow for 3 quarters against the Packers, but their fourth quarter was almost near perfect. They played really well that fourth quarter. So I just think, and George Kittle said it too. If they could bring that fourth quarter and just transition into to an entire game against Detroit, I think they win that game. So I mean, and as much as I want to see the Detroit Lions make the Super Bowl, I think the Niners are a little bit better team. So I'm gonna go 49ers at home.
Yeah. And it was raining last week, the Packers game, and that may have affected Brock Purdy's accuracy and throwing ability there. But yeah, when it
Hmm
came down to the fourth quarter, he was throwing some darts,
Yeah,
especially on that last drive there to like Conley and then yeah, banged it in with Christian McCaffrey in the end zone. It's hard to bet
yeah,
against that team. They got too many weapons and all that good stuff. But the Lions have put up a fight, and it would be pretty cool to see the Lions make it to the Super Bowl and then
yeah,
potentially win the Super Bowl. And yeah, 49ers can get beat. Bengals beat them, Vikings beat them. Um, so if they go into one of those slumps and yeah, end up falling and the Lions make a good come out strong and make score a couple touchdowns right away, I could see the Lions taking this one too. This is a 7 point spread for San Francisco
hmm
um, at home. But yeah, it's gonna be a high flying. Yeah, it's gonna be a high scoring game. Over under is 51 and a half versus the 44 and a half for the Chiefs Ravens game. I think I'm gonna go Detroit in this one. Honestly, I think the way that the Packers played against San Francisco, the Lions know the pack. Yeah, I think they're going to get a lot of information from how the Packers played the 49ers. And yeah, I think the Lions defense, young, talented, fly all over the field. I think the Lions get it done here in the NFC Championship and advance to the Super Bowl. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions, the
There you go.
brand new
New
Lions.
lines.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I just think I don't know. And there was a stat here. The Lions don't play very well in not open facilities. Obviously, they play in a dome. 49ers, San Francisco's outside. It's going to be perfect weather, 70 degrees,
Yeah.
sunny. So it's good. It's good football weather, kind of. I mean, it's going to be easy to pass, so good for Jared Goff, good for Brock Purdy. But um, yeah, I think both these games are going to be pretty good. I think it should be Lions Packers in that game, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it should be Lions Packers in that game, but that's all right. There's always next year. I got used to saying that as being a Vikings fan. So,
Yep, yep.
but yeah, speaking of weather, you said 69 in Santa Clara. It's going to be 49 in Baltimore. So not
Which is
too
not too bad.
right, right, which is actually pretty decent for a January football game. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
weather is going to play a factor in any of these games here.
yeah. I
But
think it's going to be. Um, I think it's going to be a lot of high power passing in both these games. 49 is really nice weather for Patrick Mahomes and Lamar. And
right,
then yeah, as you said 69 in Santa Clara. That's great weather for both quarterbacks on each side. So hopefully really good games. Hopefully very high scoring. So
right,
I picked Chiefs and Niners, and you picked. Oh, I picked Ravens and Niners. You picked Lions and Chiefs.
right. Yep,
So
exactly,
that's
exactly. So
probably
yeah,
this will make or break probably our records here. So there shouldn't be a
right.
tiebreaker. There won't be a
Yeah,
tiebreaker. So
yeah, probably not. But yeah, this would be yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the underdogs and I'm gonna yeah, have the underdogs in both of these games going to the Super Bowl. Chiefs Lions Super Bowl. Think about that. It would be the very first game of the season was Chiefs and Lions opening
hmm
day on Thursday, and then end the season with Chiefs and Lions.
yeah, that'd be pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
pretty cool story.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. And then yeah, there's been a yeah, you said we'll get into the off season and free agency, but yeah, some of that's already been starting with like coaches and everything.
hmm
Couple new hires. The big one was Jim Harbaugh from the
Michigan
national
Wolverines.
national championship team Michigan Wolverines is heading to Los Angeles to be the Chargers new head coach. Potentially, is that a done deal?
That's a done
Like
deal. Yeah,
signed and signed and
5 year deal. They haven't said anything about like the money that he's
contract. Yeah,
getting. But yeah, 5 years. Um, yeah, it's great. I mean, I think it's gonna be a good matchup with. It's going to be a rebuild. Like he's going to have to kind of rebuild a little bit,
yeah, especially with
and
all the
I think
money
it's
you're
in.
paying the players.
And I don't know if you're going to have to rebuild and like for players wise. I just think it's going to be more maybe a different scheme because I think when they win 4 games last year or
Yeah,
this year,
wasn't very good.
four or
Five or
five
yeah,
games.
4 or 5. Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, great get. He was getting calls from Atlanta. Obviously Michigan wanted him to come back, run it back for another national championship, and he landed. Yeah, he landed there. So um, yeah, good for
yeah,
him.
yeah. Heading
Chart
back to yeah, he was with San Diego, like the San
as a
Diego
quarterback.
Chargers. Yep, back in like the
Yep.
1999 2000 season. But yeah, he knows he was a quarterbacks coach for Oakland. I mean, he's been a winning head coach for a really long time, and then obviously in Michigan and San Francisco, he went like
hmm
33-14-1 or something like. I mean, just like yeah, just a really good coach, and I think he's going to be. Hopefully, it turns out really well. But I think in yeah, just looking at what he's done in the past, he knows how to win. I think he's going to turn that Chargers team around, and that's going to be a team to look out for in the AFC and in the Chiefs division. Yeah, that's going to be a
Yeah.
tough,
Yeah.
especially if you can get everyone on the same page. And it just didn't look like everyone was on the same page
Not at all.
and on the Chargers team. So, but yeah, if you can get that young quarterback still and Justin Herbert, you got star power on the outside if they can stay healthy with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, and then
hmm
yeah, most expensive defense in the league. So
Yeah, and then I think they have a pretty high. Obviously, only winning 4 or 5 games. They have a pretty high draft pick.
yeah, they
So
got fifth.
I think you got to go and possibly get a running back. I think Eckler's kind of ran out of gas. He didn't have a good year at all this year. I don't think.
Yeah, but
Um,
Jim Harbaugh is hand the ball off,
yeah.
hard
So
nosed football, and then dump downs and then the deep bomb every now and then. So I
yeah.
mean, And he is a running quarterback. You saw what Corum did at Michigan.
Hmm.
So I mean, yeah, I think Austin Eckler might be a bounce back year for Austin Eckler next year.
Yeah.
Because he's still, I mean, what is he, 28, something like that? I mean, he's not very old.
He's not very old. No, I don't know. Not sure what his age is, but yeah, I just don't know. I just didn't think he had a great year. I think that
No,
obviously if
yeah,
he
it
had that
was
high
definitely
pick,
an off year, but
yeah. But so who do you pick? I mean, you pick a receiver maybe.
they got the they got the number 5 pick this year in the draft. So who knows? They might trade it away.
I
Um, because I
Yeah,
mean, you could package some of your defensive players like uh I don't know if you'd want to get rid of like Jackson or
no,
Bosa, but Bosa was hurt
no,
all year. He hasn't been
he
playing
was.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean, you could package a trade and you can get a lot of value for that 5th round or for that number 5 overall pick plus
Hmm.
another star and
But
get a lot out of it.
or do you hope that Marvin Harrison Jr. falls to five and get another weapon for Justin Herbert? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
there's
don't.
also that situation, but
Yeah, but we'll see what happens there. Jim Harbaugh's at the reins now for the Chargers there, and then a couple other moves. You had the wild card winner, and then almost beat the Lions here at the division round. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Bucks offensive coordinator Raheem Morris going to the Atlanta Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons passed on Bill Belichick. So Bill Belichick still doesn't have a home.
hmm.
Still many teams out there to go, but yeah, Atlanta Falcons pick up and I don't think they've signed the contract yet, but definitely probably going to go with Raheem Morris
Yeah,
as their
I
head
think it's a for sure
coach.
thing. Yeah, I think it's a for
Yeah.
sure thing.
Yep. And then yeah, I saw a tweet from Jalen Ramsey said like hands down, no doubt the Falcons got the one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the NFL. So yeah, so high praise for Raheem Morris and it should be yeah, see what it does with the Falcons. They got a lot of talent over there too. So
Yeah, they're young. They're young for sure.
yeah, and then another one you had, I think it was what was his name? He
The
was
offensive coordinator for Bengals went to uh, Tennessee Titans, I believe.
yep.
I can't remember his name either. I know, yeah, the offensive coordinator for the Bengals went to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, Callahan.
Yep.
Ryan Callahan, yeah, new
Hmm.
Titans head coach.
Yep.
He was Cincinnati Bengals. Yep, he's going to the Tennessee Titans, and then Dave Canales, the Buccaneers offensive coordinator. So I misspoke. Buccaneers Dave Canales is going to the Panthers, and Raheem Morris. He was the defensive coordinator for the Rams.
Yep.
Offensive, yeah, defensive
And
coordinator
he's
for the
going to Atlanta.
Rams. Yeah, and he's going to Atlanta. Yeah,
Okay.
my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of different trades or coaches moving around and everything.
Yep. And
He,
I don't know if we said this, but yeah, the interim head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders is that Pierce.
Antonio Pierce, yeah,
He gets the head coaching job. So
he
good
gets
for
the
him.
head. Yep, yep, that was pretty sweet to see that, and I thought that was definitely gonna happen and everything. So I for sure saw Antonio Pierce getting that head coaching job and everything. So
Yeah, absolutely. And
um,
what teams are left for head coaching jobs? Obviously, you got New England, right?
yeah,
Or no, they no
Washington,
no New England. They already got a head coach, Gerard Mayo.
yeah,
They got
right,
Gerard
yep.
Mayo, so that's filled. Um,
Washington, are they filled?
yep, no, Washington's still looking for somebody.
Dallas
Um,
and Mike McCarthy, they signed a new deal. Did they
yep,
sign
they're sticking with him. Obviously the Bears, Matt Eberflus, they said they bumped that can their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator were sticking with Eberflus. Um, so there's not a lot of teams that need a quarter or a coach. Obviously, so I don't know where Belichick's going to land. You still got Vrabel out there.
Nick
Um,
Sirianni's job is on the line too?
I think he'll keep it. Uh,
Philadelphia.
yeah, but I mean Vrabel, I think he'd be a good coordinator somewhere if he's not able to find a head coaching job at all.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Bill Belichick just calls it.
I think he should
Uh,
call it quits, man.
yeah, who knows?
I could
And
see
then
Vrabel. I could see Vrabel going to Washington.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different moving parts when it comes to that. I mean, because then
Yeah.
when you do that, then you like hire new offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. Like Nick Fangio for the Miami defense is looking at going to Philadelphia
Yeah.
and being their defensive
He got
coordinator.
fired today.
It was like they parted ways, they said.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
mutual.
then yeah, but yeah, that could yeah, Nick Fangio or Vic Fangio
Big
could
fan,
be
yeah.
yeah, could be defense coordinator for Philadelphia. Who knows? Because yeah, Philadelphia's defense looked like ass this year too. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of moving parts, and yeah, and then you just mentioned like after these games, after what is it, February 12th, um, they're going to see a lot of players looking for new homes. If the coaches aren't, and also coaches if they already landed where they're meant to be or supposed to be. So
yeah, and NBA deadline trade deadline's coming up too. So we're gonna see a lot of NBA trades too.
yeah, I
That
think
comes up February 14th or something like that, or
yeah,
somewhere along
yeah,
there.
and then there was a trade. Kyle Lowry went to the Hornets, Charlotte Hornets,
Yep, I did see
and
that.
then they got. I think he played for Miami, didn't he? Kyle Lowry,
Yeah,
and then they got scary Terry Rozier.
yeah. Terry
So that's
Rozier's
a.
yeah, good too.
So I think that's the only big trade that has happened so far. Um, but yeah, that's all I got. I'm excited for championship weekend. Um, it's gonna be some two good games, I think.
Yeah, there's going to be great matchups this weekend for NFL conference championship games. Yeah, Ravens and Chiefs and 49ers and Lions. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Um, and then just other things like yeah, NBA. Yeah, Joel Embiid have like 72 or
Yep.
70, and
A
then
70. Yep.
Cat had 62. On
KD had 48.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Ant had 38 and Ant's been playing well for the Wolves. Yeah, T-Wolves are looking good. Yeah, there's a yeah.
Yeah, and then
Celtics are good. They're always good.
yeah, and then
Bucks are looking good.
yeah, Milwaukee. Actually, Milwaukee just fired their coach, and their new head coach is Doc Rivers.
Yep.
So he's a good head coach. And I mean, I think they were 30 and 30 something and 13, and they fired their head coach, and they get one of the greatest, one of the best right now in the league. I
Yeah.
think he wasn't coaching. I think he was retired technically, but they pick him
hmm
up, and he's a great coach.
Yeah. They were 31 and 13, yeah, like you said. And then in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. We'll see what happens there. But they got a yeah, Dame Lillard and uh Antetokounmpo and
Hmm.
Chris Middleton and Brooke Lopez. Yeah, they got a stacked. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
yeah,
do.
that's why they're 31 and 13, and Giannis has
Yeah.
been playing well. Um, yeah, so yeah, basketball is gonna be fun to watch here. They're about yeah, 45 games into the season, so about halfway done, usually
Hmm.
82 in the season. And I think All-Star weekends in February, I think, and stuff like that. So
Yep. Yep.
halfway through the season. So yeah, trade deadline, All-Star break, and then yeah, NFL playoffs, and then uh NCAA. If you yeah, March is right around the corner too. We got
Yeah.
a
We got
couple
yeah.
months until March.
Hmm.
So be paying attention. UNC is sitting at number 3, Duke's at 12, UConn sitting at number 1 right now. So yeah, a lot of yeah. If you're into basketball right now, there's games going on. Bronny James was playing against Arizona last night, and so yeah, LeBron James was on ABC or ESPN, and uh, Bronny James, the younger one, was on like CBS or something playing at the same time.
Hmm.
So it's pretty cool to see that and everything. That's making history right there. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
Kentucky's looking good. I mean, yeah, there's a yeah, basketball is right around the corner.
Yeah,
Sugar
I
Sean
mean,
O- Sugar Sean O'Malley fights in like 2 weeks or
yeah, I'm not sure what the card, but yeah, they just announced, yeah, they announced that should be a good card. I'm not even sure who's fighting.
yeah,
Um,
I'll pull it up, but I just saw it here the other day that
yeah,
he was fighting. So
yeah. I mean, I'm just excited. I haven't watched. I'm not watching any basketball right now. I'm solely focused on football. Until the last buzzer beats or last whistle blows in the Super Bowl, I won't be watching any basketball right now.
yeah, no, I it's always on. So I find myself watching like college games or NBA games or
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I watch it, but I'm not paying attention fully. I'm on my phone and
right,
shit. But
right.
when the NFL games are on, it's locked in.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah. Do you have anything else? I mean, kind of just focusing on the conference championship games for NFL and some of the coaches moves here in the off season for the other teams and everything like that. But and
Yeah,
then
I don't got much. Yeah, well, I mean, I think yeah, we'll probably focus on football probably obviously for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So, because there's a break in between, so we'll have to figure out we're going to talk about during that break. So
Oh,
there's a
100%.
week in between the Super Bowl, but
Yeah,
um,
plenty of stuff to talk about. And yeah, it doesn't have to be sports either. We just got back from Florida last week. That was fun. Had a blast. The weather wasn't the best, but it was decent
it's a
enough
lot.
that we could
It was pretty good coming from negative
rather
30
right,
degrees. So
right. Yeah, in the pool, heated pool and everything. So that was nice. Yeah, it was a fun weekend and got to see lots of family and everything like that. Had some good food and yeah.
yes, sir.
So yeah, it
Yeah,
was
that's all I got.
yeah, same here. So appreciate you guys tuning in to episode number 50.
50. Let's go.
So yeah, century, half a century done, and plenty more to go and come. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it, each and every one of you. And then yeah, appreciate you, bud. Episode number 50.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
that's almost a full year of podcast. You're doing
Yeah, it's
every
coming
week
up.
and
I think
everything.
yeah, February 11th. I think was our
First one or something.
first ever one. So
Yeah, it was right around
yeah, we're
Super
coming.
Bowl time.
Yeah, coming right up on the that 1 year mark, 50 episodes. So hell yeah, almost. We didn't. I don't think we skipped 2 weeks this year. So
Yeah, one or
it's
two,
pretty
barely.
impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not too bad. So, hell yeah. Well, appreciate you guys again. And then yeah, stay tuned for episode number 51 next week. But until then, peace.
Peace.